It's a cool morning out here on the TVA. I'm gonna go pick up my boy Miles Murray. He's a guide on Gunnersville. I'm gonna get my ear licked by my dog. I think that means he likes me. I'm not exactly sure. But we are going to try to catch some smallmouth. Beautiful bronzebacks. They should be spawning. It's that time of spring where water's a little bit cool for the largemouth, but dude, those smallies absolutely love it. This guy knows how to fish rivers. I'm really excited. Hey Miles, you excited to go fishing? So Miles came bearing gifts. What do you got?
This is the BD Subtletail, dude. This thing right here is a sleeper.
That's kind of cool.
Deal. Yeah, it's got a real subtle action to it, hence the name Subtletail.
Let's take a little quicker.
Yeah.
Look. So it's like ridged like a Kitech, but it's a little bit bigger. Is it thinner too?
Yeah, it's a little thinner. It's got a flat top, and then like it's got a different boot on the tail. If you notice, it's kind of triangle. But it's pretty cool, dude. We've been catching them on it pretty good, man. It's definitely a good swim bait.
Sweet. And then you got Ned component. Oh, dude, you ain't gotta give these to me. No. We're not doing that. You got Ned stuff. Bog, can you get out of the way? We're trying to.
My little
and then Mountain Dew.
bag.
So the key to fishing the TVA: swim baits, Neds, and Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew. Hit that like and subscribe button. We're gonna go catch some bass. So what we're gonna do today is pretty straightforward. Basically, as you can kind of see around me, this is community fishing. It's a horseshoe on Lake Pickwick. You guys probably saw it in a bunch of tournaments and stuff. There's a ton of smallmouth, a ton of largemouth, and a ton of spots, dude. And the fish stack up. They spawn here. They live here during the winter. There's current. The water's usually pretty clean. There's a lot of structure. There's rock piles. There's road beds. There's trees in the water. It has a lot of different types of cover. What we're doing today, though, is we really think these fish are gonna spawn. So we're gonna have a bunch of finesse rigs. I got a Ned rig, 2 different kinds of Ned rigs. Got a little wacky deal right there. But we're really kind of playing into maybe that like 9 to 1 o'clock kind of bite and hoping they'll get on beds, and the water's about to come up as well. So that might play into it as well. But let's go see if we can catch some fish. That's a big smallie. That's a good way to start the day, boys. That's like a 4.5, 5 pound smallie, dude, on the Nedster. Check that thing out. That's freaking awesome, dude. These things are so much fun. Just a little Ned. I'm just kind of flipping around the riprap bank. That's pretty cool. I don't know why, but from what little guy, little largemouth. It's right where I caught a freaking 2 pound small. Oh, it's a spot. Fat little joker. So this, I think officially, we might need a largemouth, but this might be a grand slam day, boys. If that's a smallmouth, that might be a drum. That's a smallie. You're good, I got him. You got him? If that's a smallmouth. So that's number 2. I don't know what it is, but all of a sudden at like 9 o'clock, they just started biting, dude. I've heard about windows out here, like you see one guy catch them, another guy catches them, you start catching them, but I've never really experienced it a whole bunch. And literally, we got out here, I don't know, like 7:15 or so, totally a dead zone for like an hour and a half, like absolutely dead. And then all of a sudden, I got bit, that guy back there got bit, I saw another guy catch one, and then I caught another one, and then we roll right back in. Like the sun got up a little bit and they started chewing. I just caught that one. It's like 3.5 on a power Ned. The reason I'm using the power Ned in this situation is there's a lot of rock. You can see on the bank, like it's super chunky and super clingy. I have a little Nichols Ned rigged up, but I want to get this thing released. She was stuck behind a rock. I'm looking at him break her off. Bog, are you freaking out, dude? Dude, look at that thing. They're so fat. Let's get her released. Go back to your place. And Miles, you just missed one?
Yeah, I did. I broke off and get back in there.
So here's the funny thing, dude. This is right where I caught that other 4-pounder. I just caught one 3 and change, and Miles just missed one. I think there might be something to this stretch. The water's a little bit clearer, but who cares? Who knows? Keep slanging. Miles, what have you done? Bro, why you gotta catch my bass, bro? That's another chunky one, dude. Guys, I really hope you're seeing this because that's stupid. That's a good one. That's biggest one of the day thus far. Dude, that's a broad one. Holy jeez. Oh, Miles. She got a big old tail on her, dude. Oh, come. She ain't ready, Bog. She ain't ready. She keeps seeing the net. Guys, netting 101. Don't jam the net at the fish. Hey, I think you got a 4.5 and change, dude. Dude, put that thing in the live well. That thing might be 5. So Miles is curious. We're gonna throw this thing on the scale. It is broad. What's really cool about smallmouth is yes, they get fat, but they get super tall. -3 ounces. So you got 3 to give, mulligan style. Dude,
yeah.
What is it?
Right.
What do you got?
410, -3 ounces.
Yeah, 410. So it's almost 5, dude. All right, let's get that thing released. That is, just hold it out once more, dude, because that thing, on a Ned rig, right?
Yeah, on a Ned.
That's so sweet. Let her go.
Beautiful fish, dude. I love them.
So Miles, let me ask you, because my assumption is I think these fish are spawning or they're like staging around a bed. Do you think that fish was kind of on a bed? Like you were retrieving it super slow and shaking it in that?
If it was, and it's real close. Usually when they start getting those red eyes and their tails get cut up, you can really tell that they're starting to either think about it or they are on bed. So it's hard to say without seeing it on the bed, but if I had to guess, you're probably right.
So this is what they call a community hole. There's got to be 20-some boats out here. Not hating on it at all, because to be honest with you, I like it because you end up fishing small. But it is one of those situations where you start thinking about like the baits you have rigged up, and Finesse comes immediately to mind. Ned rig comes to mind. Wacky rig. Fishing smaller, fishing slower, fishing more finesse, especially when you got this many boats around, and fishing small spots too. And that's really been key thus far. I'm not even recording. So we got our Grand Slam finally. It's a big old largemouth right where Miles caught his giant. She's about to leave. She don't want to come to this party, homie. That is a good largemouth. I gotta watch it.
Oh no.
It's all right. It's all right. Just don't even worry about that. She's coming in. I just don't know how strong that hook is. Oh God. Dude, I don't want to put any more pressure on that. Oh, she's got it pretty good. Net everything, please. So we got a 10 of dip,
oh, yeah.
a wacky rig with a
5.5
pound head. Jeez Louise, dude. That was on a bed. You see her tail, guys?
Yeah, I know it's
wow.
Look.
You see, that was hooked perfect. Wacky rig, little Neko rig, dude. How about that? Grand Slam, homie.
Oh yeah, bro, that's a good one.
2 things going on, gentlemen. One, that's a Grand Slam. I didn't get the hook set, but basically I was throwing, let me actually show you what I was throwing because it's a little bit different. We wanted to make a little different presentation, and I got a, this is something I've been doing on, I just came from Lanier, so I've been trying to kind of implement some of the finesse techniques that we were doing on Lanier, Let me reel it up and get it in here. But I got it on this 610. It's a medium action rod, kind of the same thing I throw that Ned rig on, but it's a Neko rig. It's got a little Hayabusa hook, and then I have a little 16th ounce bullet or nail weight in there. This is one of those little 4-inch kind of Senkos. I think I bought it in like a bulk bag, the Yum ones or something like that. They make a little smaller ones, so I wanted something small. When they're spawning, you either want to go really small or really big, in my opinion. Kind of either or seems to be the trick. But not only did we knock a grand slam, me and Miles, we got a spot, a largemouth and a smallmouth, but we caught a monster largemouth. We're gonna get this thing released, but it is a chunk, dude. Dude, check this largemouth out. That is brought in, her tail's all chewed up. Definitely on a bed, definitely want to get her back quick. We caught her on light line and that beats him up a little. Oh, he's good to go. That was freaking cool, dude. We're working on a bag though. We got a couple 4-pound smallmouth, a couple 3-pound smallmouth, that big largemouth, and then some spots mixed in, dude. This is the coolest. This is actually, it's probably like the epitome or like the highlight of the TVA. One of the coolest aspects of it is you can catch all 3 species all in one place. Stay on there. Oh, come on. Miles, dude, I think she came back and got it. It's gonna be a minute, dude. Miles has a monster, dude. The boat's drifting, so just remember to give me extra tug. That's a giant, dude. All right, the dip can's lucky, so it's staying in there. That might be a 5. That's a project. Dude, Miles did it again. This is, we're working on a bag, gentlemen. Like, this is stupid. I'm gonna let him tell you kind of what happened, but you guys gotta see this thing, dude. Look at this fish.
Look at how beautiful it is.
It's so striped out. Bog is freaking out. Let's get a good picture of her. Dude, what a stud. So Miles, let's get her released. That is a beautiful one. But I want you to kind of break down what we're doing, because obviously it's working. Dude.
Still good.
And just a note too, both me and Miles, like within the past 10 minutes, have lost giants, dude. Like, I don't know why they're coming off. I think it's because they're bedding and they swipe at the bait. But Miles, tell me a little bit about your setup and what you got going on.
I broke my leader off, but this is a insight. This is a Duck at 7-foot medium light. I like that. As y'all probably noticed, I like a little bit softer rod for anything I do. And what that does when you're using these light wire hooks, like, the more parabolic it is, the better they'll stay buttoned. It gives it some give. It's a must-have. And we're using a spinning setup here. I usually use high vis, but this is a 20-pound braid to an 8-pound leader with a like 10th ounce Ned head. And I like some good colors are green pumpkin, black, goby, anything with a little flash, like Mikey was saying earlier, like a green pumpkin magics.
Miles emphasized it a little bit. So we're finesse fishing, so that's slow right off the bat, right? But the other thing, dude, let me just show you, this is community stuff, so no secrets here. We're literally fishing like a 40 to 50 yard stretch, and we've gone back and forth up on it. You can see on my C-map right there, we've gone back and forth a ton of times, and we are fishing so slow, like barely moving the bait. And I think the key is you have to kind of visualize and sort of like mentally image those fish are down there on a bed, and if you were sight fishing those fish, what would you do? You'd pitch out to them, try to figure out that sweet spot on the bed and leave the bait there, or shake the bait. And that's exactly what we're doing. We're just not able to see them, and there's just more and more coming up. Miles, just a rough estimate, what do you think we're at, dude? Just a ballpark. We gotta be close to 18, 19.
It's close, dude.
We're close to 18, 19, and we got a 3-pounder that we can call out. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I don't care at this point. This is the coolest. We got a grand slam. We got largemouth, spots, and smallmouth, and dude, they're still biting. This is what your boat looks like after you retie and break off about 37 freaking times.
Yeah, it looks like a fishing bomb went off in here.
Oh dear. Are you serious? Dude. Guys, Miles has another monster on, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
Oh, dude.
bro, that's 20 pounds right there if you can land it. Oh my God. Well, I'm gonna pass. Oh, you gotta get her back, dude. She's bleeding. Dude, that is a monster. Bro, that's 20. Like over 20, according to Miles. We both play conservative baseball. We had to get that one back really quick. It was bleeding, so it sucked the bait up or something happened. We want to get them back, get them released, get them back down there because they're a lot better off in the water, obviously, than dangling around. But the Ned is showing off.
Unreal, dude. I mean, this is an awesome day. I think we timed it perfect, Mikey. I think they're pulling up as the day goes on. Water's starting to come up. Ned rig all day, dude.
That's gonna be a wrap on today. Absolutely epically stupid, and it's even better to do it with my buddy Miles. We not only had a mega bag, probably what would you go out on saying, like 22 pounds or so?
I'd say
conservatively like 22 pounds, but I think probably the best part about it is literally we caught every species there was to catch. We didn't catch a striper, but we got the grand slam, spotted bass, smallmouth, and a big old largemouth, dude. Everything was about finesse fishing though. I'll show you the two rigs that really kind of played key. One, just your Ned. We kind of alternated between a Nichols Ned, just with an ace or a TRD. And then this is what actually caught the big largemouth. Just a little Neko rig with a little weight in the nose, just a little micro, not a micro, but a 4-inch Senko style, you know, kind of stickworm bait on a little weedless wacky hook. And we probably picked up bait casters maybe twice today. Everything was finesse fishing, 8-pound leader, you know, 12-pound or 15-pound braid, and that's what you got to do. We kind of got off the beaten path a little bit, but we hit a good window, there's no doubt about it. But those fish were on beds, and it was absolutely stupid. So make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Go check out Miles. What's your Instagram real quick?
It's Miles_Murray07 on Instagram, and then Miles Murray Guide Service on Facebook.
Check him out. He's an epic guide and a good buddy of mine. He's taught me a lot about fishing these lakes. And I'll put links to everything tackle-wise, rod-wise, all that stuff that we used in the video. And if you guys got anything to add to the pattern, make sure you drop it down in the comments box. You have great insights, and I've learned a lot from you guys as well. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I know Bog did because he got to lick a lot of bass. Yes, you did. Till next time, back out on the water or just talking fishing from the Bass Cave, we'll catch up with you.